Hello, this is Jeff Sullivan with Dell Tech Center. I'm going to do a demo today showing the MD1200 and the MD1220. We're going to add those to an existing Windows 2008 R2 server. I'm going to use OpenManage Server Administrator. The first thing we'll do is click on the storage section of the tree. And we can see our new PERC H800 adapter down there on the bottom. It also shows our integrated PERC 6i. But we've attached both our PowerVault MD1220 and our PowerVault MD1200 to the same adapter. You can support up to 8 of these arrays. So we click on our PERC H800, kind of look around. You can see that we've got a logical redundant path, which was the recommended way in the documentation. Here's both of our controllers on the MD1200. Actually, I need to expand this out so I can see which one we're talking about. And here's some of the information you can get on the MD1220. All we did was put the card in, cable the boxes, and boot up, and you can see we've got all this information available. Here's the physical disks that are in our MD1220. Okay, so if we go back to the main storage page, we can go ahead and do something with all this new storage that we've added. We're going to do a create virtual disk, click execute. There's the standard wizard, but I prefer to use the advanced wizard. So we'll do the advanced wizard. In this case, I'm going to do RAID 6, say continue, and with the advanced wizard we get a list of all of our physical disks, and you can see both the MD1200 and the MD1220 drives. And so for our first volume, let's say maybe this is a database application, I'll go ahead and select these drives. I'm going to do 6. Actually, in this case, we'll do 5, and we'll say continue. And there's our size. I'll put a name in. Call this one DB Volume 1. You can see some of the defaults down here. The read policy, write policy. Disk cache is disabled by default. We'll go ahead and enable it. And here's our summary. If we want to do a dedicated hot spare, we could select it there. And for now, I think I'll pass on that, but maybe later I'll go ahead and do a global one. Click on finish. Gives us a warning about the dedicated hot spare. Click on OK, and our virtual disk is created. You can see it down there in the list. We've got a DB Vault 1 as the virtual disk that's hanging off that PERC H800 currently. You could click on it, see some details if we wanted to blink or unblink, or run some of the tasks we have away. So go back up to storage and do some of our other volumes. Again, create virtual disk. Actually, I prefer the advanced wizard. Let me go back. Select our disks. Put in our name, DB Vault 2, and enable cache, and continue, and then finish. Yep, we're okay to continue. You can see it's really easy to configure the disk. I mean, not much to it. Now, that's RAID 6. If we want to do the same thing for maybe our log volumes, we can mix and match within the arrays, within the server. Maybe we do RAID 5 on or RAID 10 on our log volumes. Again, I'm going to go to the advanced wizard. We could turn on intelligent monitoring if we want. You can see the error message up there. And if you want more information on the various options here, the online help is quite extensive. So we're going to go ahead and select our disks, and if we've got the wrong number selected, it gives a nice little message. It says, hey, you need to have an even number for RAID 10. Call this logvol1. Again, you can see some of the defaults there. Enable our cache, click continue, and again finish. So we've got that, and we'll just run through this one more time, do our other log volume. You'll note that the dedicated hot spares were actually, it only shows the ones that size would be appropriate. See our list of virtual disks is growing down there. Create virtual disk, advanced wizard, RAID 10 again. You can see you can go RAID 0, 1, 5, 6, 10, 50, or 60 on either one of these disk units. You could select the whole unit. Again, we're going to do our 300 gig SAS 6 gig drives, 6 gig SAS drives rather. And give a little extra space for maybe some of our backups or other things. I don't doubt anyone would need log volumes that size normally, but since we have it, might as well. Go ahead and click on finish. So there we go. We've created 4 volumes relatively quickly. You could do the hot spare protection policy here. So if we hadn't done assigned the disk earlier, we could come in here and enable a global hot spare. There we go. Alright, so just to show you some of the other, actually let's go look at the disks real quick that we've created under disk management, all without a reboot. Here's our 4 volumes that are available. We can just go ahead and say OK to initialize. And you can see our 2 database volumes and our 2 log volumes. Okay. Show you some of the other information that we can get through here. Look at our adapter. You see our firmware driver version. You can also go look at the enclosures, and if we look at their expanded enclosure management modules, you can also see the firmware version there and see if it needs to be updated. OpenManage will also alert us if the version's back level. You can see our temperatures of our arrays, information on our virtual disks. See the physical disks, and not only can we run tasks on them, but we can also go back and see what disk specific information. What's the serial number, product ID, part number, what's the speed. You can see they're all 6 gig SAS here when it was manufactured. So quite a bit of information here. Same thing for the other controller. Here's the 136 gig drives. Here's all of them. Here's specific information. Okay, well that That is adding disk from the MD1200 and MD1220. This is Jeff Sullivan with Dell Tech Center. Thanks for your time.